A new video of Marjorie Taylor Greene defending QAnon was just unsurfaced, and she does not want you to see it. QAnon is the anonymous far-right conspiracy group that honestly has some of the dumbest beliefs out of any conspiracy group that I know of. Coincidentally, Marjorie Taylor Greene is also one of the dumbest people alive, so they go hand in hand. Now, one thing you might remember is a few years back, Marjorie Taylor Greene posted a conspiracy about Jewish space lasers. Now, she has since deleted that and denies it ever happening, but we all know it happened because we have screenshots of the original post. Take a look at this clip that sort of explains that whole mess.
I think it would be helpful if you could hear exactly what she told all of us, denouncing QAnon. I don't know if I say it right. I don't even know what it is. Any from the shootings. She said she knew nothing about lasers or all the different things that have been brought up about her.
She knew nothing about the lasers. The leader of the Republicans in the House, Kevin McCarthy, trying to convince everybody in Congress that Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia has essentially been falsely accused. He says that she told him in a private meeting, looked him in the eye, told him that a lot of the things that have been brought up about her, she doesn't know anything about them. The lasers thing. He says she told him, she assured him, quote, she knew nothing about the lasers. Here, in her own words, is Congresswoman Greene on the lasers from her Facebook post. Quote, there are too many coincidences to ignore. I find it very interesting that Roger Kimmel on the board of directors of PG&E is also vice chairman of Rothschild, Inc. What a coincidence it must be that Governor Brown signed a bill protecting PG&E and allowing them to pass off the cost of fire responsibility to its customers. It must also be a coincidence that the fires are burning in the same projected areas that the high-speed rail project is to be built. And what are the odds that Feinstein's husband, Richard Bloom, is the contractor to the rail project? Then, oddly, there are all these people who've said they saw what looked like lasers or blue beams of light causing the fires in pictures and videos. Solar space generators collect the sun's energy and then beam it back to Earth. If they're beaming the sun's energy back to Earth, I'm sure they wouldn't ever miss a transmitter receiving station, right? Question mark, exclamation point, exclamation point? What would that look like anyway? A laser beam? Or light beam coming down to Earth, I guess. Could that cause a fire? That's her in her own words on the lasers. She told Kevin McCarthy she knew nothing about these lasers. Her contention is that the Jews are amazing with the space lasers to start the fires as a false pretense to help the other Jews with their conniving plots. But she told Kevin McCarthy she knew nothing about the lasers. Kevin McCarthy says he looked her in the eye and told her that.
Now, why do I bring this up? Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene and QAnon share some of the same crazy beliefs. And it's no secret that she gets some of her crazy ideas from QAnon. And while she tries to make it seem like they're not connected or that she doesn't listen to them, she very clearly does. QAnon as a group originated in 2017, and the original space laser post was in 2018, so I don't think it's a stretch to say that she might have been influenced to make that post based off of QAnon. And while publicly she tries to deny any connection or influence from them, but behind closed doors, as we'll see from this video, she clearly still believes in and advocates for them. Take a look at that clip.
It's an anonymous person. All right, so Q is a patriot. We know that. Q is trying to tell people on these forums and 4chan, and he's trying to tell people the truth. And he does it through questions, asking questions, and giving clues. And so it's basically, you know, you're going down the rabbit hole. You're following the white rabbit and you're figuring it out.
Did she really just call Q a patriot? QAnon beliefs are pretty much as far from patriotism as you can get. And to prove this, let's sort of just run down some of their core beliefs. In short, they believe that the world is run by a cabal of Satan-worshipping pedophiles that include most of the famous Democrats and celebrities. They also believe that in addition to molesting children, members of this group also kill and eat their victims in order to ingest a life-extending chemical in human blood. And finally, in order to stop this elite ring of pedophilic cannibals, top military generals convinced Trump to run for president in 2016, and he's now secretly working behind the scenes to bring those involved to justice. So you're telling me the people behind this are patriotic? Anyone who believes any of that is clearly delusional and needs to get checked into a mental hospital. Like, it's just absolutely insane to think that anyone would ever believe any of that. And I think this just goes to show you how we have people like Marjorie Taylor Greene who are so dumb that they believe that Democrats kill and eat children. Because if they're believing in that, it's no wonder that they believe in Jewish space lasers, because compared to Democrats eating and molesting children, Jewish space lasers are nothing. We already knew that Marjorie Taylor Greene was not fit for office, but seeing her now defend QAnon just proves that even more. If her idea of patriotism is QAnon beliefs, then she's just a delusional traitor to this country.